装 OK。
Welcome to the kitchen.
What?
So this is our year-round separate kitchen. So the same farmer
Okay.
that would own the home next door
Yeah.
owns the kitchen.
Okay, so kitchen separate from the main.
Yes, separate because it's hot,
Yeah.
it smells strong,
right.
and the bugs, as you can
Yeah.
see.
Sure.
So today, Terry, my friend next door, she did some cabbage. She boiled
Okay.
some cabbage.
Yeah.
She made some fried oysters.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we got some apple fritters. So all of this would have been eaten as one meal. They wouldn't eat it as something savory and then have a dessert
Mhm.
later.
Yeah.
It would all just be eating together.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
But yeah, they do. It's called this is called open hearth cooking
Okay.
or down hearth cooking. So similar to having your stove at home and you're going to put your pan on your stove, the burners. We're going to build up that fire and we're going to take those embers
Okay.
and we're going to put them out onto the
All
onto
right.
the hearth.
Yeah.
So we're going to put our pan. So right here we have a spider pan.
Okay.
So we're going to put the embers underneath onto the hearth, just like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how that's how we did the fried oysters, and the apple fritters today. Of course,
Okay.
we've got the pot for boiling, Dutch
Right.
oven for baking.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna cook until about noon, 1 o'clock, and then about that time, they're gonna head next door, and they're gonna come in for their largest meal of the day, their hottest meal of the day, which is called dinner for them.
Okay.
And that is because it's just far too hot to keep cooking in here. It's far too hot to be out in the fields. So they're gonna get out of the sun, out of the heat for a little bit. And then once they're rested, they're gonna head back out into the fields.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna come in at the end of the night and they're gonna have supper. And that will consist of leftovers.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're not gonna restart that fire.
Right.
Again, it's too hot.
Yeah.
But they're gonna store all their food in the food safe back there. So that back there, you can open it up and take a look if you like. We got some other food in there. We cook here every day. So that essentially just keeps the bugs,
Okay.
the soot off the food, and of course that material allows for there not to be any moisture buildup. But like I said, they're not gonna have anything left over for the next day.
Okay. It just
Whatever they
yeah.
cook that day,
Yeah.
they're eating that day. Maybe some bread, and then you have some stale
Right.
bread for,
Yeah.
some bread pudding.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, so we've got herbs drying. Yeah, you can go with that. Yes, it's heavy. We got some pig's feet.
Okay.
Yeah, so
There's
that's our
salt inside?
That's our salt barrel. So it doesn't go on very well. There you go. Yep. So in the fall, we're gonna butcher our pig, and of course we want to preserve it as quickly as possible. So as long as you put those
Yeah.
cuts of meat in there,
Right.
you don't
Make it
touch
hard.
you don't touch the side of the barrel. You don't touch another piece of meat. Then we're gonna salt it. So we got a salt ham hanging up
okay.
there in the corner. So yeah, we're salting. We're pickling. We got some pickles. Got radishes. This is apple cider vinegar. So yeah, this kitchen is mainly in this, and people comment on the size of it, but I mean, you're doing a lot of things in here. And if you can imagine, this is our kitchen garden.
Yeah.
This is just a very small example of what the kitchen garden would have been. It would have been at least an acre.
Okay.
So if you can imagine how much would actually be in here
Yeah.
hanging and
Right.
drying and preserving, and how many barrels of salt and
Yeah.
pickling for the family for the whole year.
How many people used to live in this
Well,
farm?
it would have been we're basing it off of the Edward Moss family, and so he had, I believe, 6 children. So the average size family is 4 to 6 kids.
Okay.
But yeah, this would just be their kitchen. It wouldn't be a communal kitchen for everyone else. But
Okay. Good. All right. Thank you.
yes, of course. Thanks for visiting. You feel free to walk through the
Sure.
the garden.
还有个卤花鸡，嗯，这就叫卤花鸡。
下次。
那卤花鸡好像是很好，很小。 才是 friendly 嘞。
不像你养的，让你跑。
你看马上看见，看见等你摸啦。看见看。让那个大丸子，啊，中间有个这种星星，把这星星抽了以后，就可以穿珠。
空间是江陵最大的秘密，也是他保命的绝招。不到万不得已的时候，他是不会用的。而且他肯跟这人出来，就是想知实力那位赵公子，谁跟他勾勾搭搭？是个奇异，就是个异想狂。对了，一定是秦西那个死丫头，回去对着秦毅添油加醋乱说一通，朝着那个亮光走去。一个园子渐渐出现在他的眼前。那个亮光原来竟是挂在院门口的一盏灯笼，昏黄的灯光映照着朱红色的大门，似乎等待着夜归的人。门墙上新砌的秋水园似的样子，池塘下面渗出来的水浸满了满手的花，见游戏的场面，水池已经开始变清。用空间水将它灌满，可以在里面
花盆。
江陵空间里有10几桶，还有一个铁桶和一套石臼都已经做好，到镇上拿过来就可以。可是真要做鱼粉的话，这10几条鱼，江陵一个人做，估计得花上5、6天的时间。那做好之后，是不是得花时间上街去推销呢？推销，要不现在就上山看看？这么一想，江陵就有些坐不住了。他回屋换了一身男装，跟李清河说他要到镇上一趟，背了个背篓，便要出门。GPS 信号中断，